Hello and welcome. I'm the Skin Appraiser and this is Dawnbringer Riven. This is a legendary skin with a price tag of 1820 RP. Riven is portrayed as an angelic warrior of the Order. So, about the splash art. The background is mostly clouds, blurry clouds. There isn't much background to talk about really. Let's get on to Riven. That sounded wrong. I mean, let's focus more on Riven. Her shoulder wings looks like there's an actual feathers on them. They took most of the space in the background to emphasize that she is an angel. They look a bit dull and they should be transparent, like in the in-game model. Speaking of which, the wings doesn't really look the same as the in-game model. It's not bad, it's just not accurate, I guess. And since we're talking about accuracy, I might as well mention her sword. That is actually the sword in her ultimate form. But as we can see here, Riven is still in her regular form. So yeah, there's that. I like the design of the sword though. The huge ring hilt guard really fits the angelic theme of the skin. As for the blade, I'm not really convinced. It looks dull, it almost looks like a toy. The details on the golden armor looks great though. A lot of engraved details, the light reflection looks great, some parts even look photorealistic. And take a note on her detailed shoes. We'll get back to it later in game. Oh yeah, another thing. We can see that her angelic arm is her left arm. But in game it's actually her right arm. At this point I'm just nitpicking. Anyways, her angelic arm is not that noticeable. It just fades in the sea of blue, unlike the gold that stands out. All in all, the splash art lacks context. That is mainly because this is just half of the splash art. The full splash art is with Nightbringer Yasuo. So now, there is a context. We can see that they are fighting each other. But still, since Riot decided to split the splash art, then it should work well on its own. I will give this a 2 out of 3. There's a lot of inconsistency and nothing in the background really. But with one glance we see Riven as an angelic warrior, so I guess we still get the message of the splash art. Okay, as for the in-game model, we get a really nice skin. Now we can see her wings, which looks different from the splash art. I think they intentionally make her wings like this, similar to Azir. It's a subtle representation of the angel wings so that it won't feel that different with the general silhouette of Riven. Her sword, as you can see, is different. This is supposed to be her broken sword, which doesn't really look broken at all. Her angelic arm looks alright, it's in a purplish color, and it looks organic, which is intended. It is a hint of her true form. Her face looks nice. I like the shadow over her forehead, it's a good touch. Her golden armor is mostly on her upper body. On her legs, we only got the armor around her thighs. Her shoes, my god, her shoes. What are those? It looks ugly, man. It's in a brown color too. They should have at least made it in a similar gold color, like in her armor. It's like they forgot to finalize her shoes. Anyways, let's get on to the good stuff. As we can see, Riven is wearing a tight skin suit. This looks beautiful. It's in a nice shade of blue. We can even see her belly button. So tight. The lack of armor on her legs is redeemed by this skin suit. Just look at the texture. It looks so nice. The shading is on point. Can you see it? What? You want to take a closer look for research purposes? Okay. Okay, as for the animations, there is a lot. New animations for her wings, hair, auto attack, and abilities. New standing idle animation, walking, home guard run, emotes, death, respawn, channeling, and recall.
Oh, not again. That's better. The universe weeps at the light's perfection.
New set of blue particles for her abilities in her normal form, and another set of new gold particles for her abilities in her ultimate form. There's also a glowing effect around Riven, and new sounds for her abilities and voiceover.
I am the breath.
Her ultimate form is striking. She goes Super Saiyan with her spiky golden hair. She's wearing a golden armor suit that have some feathery features. It even looked like the armor merged into her. The sword mostly gets an enlarged blade. I like how it stayed blue instead of gold. It helps balancing the overall color stressed by the golden glow. All in all, Dawnbringer Riven is an attractive skin. The concept is simple and the execution is great. I like the circular collar on her armor. It's like a halo ring of the angels. I also like the orb particles inside the circular hilt guard whenever her passive is up. The particles are vivid and looks great in all of her abilities. I like the overall sounds of her abilities. It sounded more angelic. Her voice also changed whenever she is in her ultimate form, which added a supernatural feel to her. All things considered, this is a great skin. Did you know that this skin shares the Chaos and Order theme with Nightbringer Yasuo, God King Garen, God King Darius, Dawnbringer Soraka, Nightbringer Soraka, Dawnbringer Karma, Nightbringer Vladimir, Dawnbringer Nidalee, Nightbringer Lee Sin, and Nightbringer Aphelios. During the development period, the skin was called Angel Blade Riven. Dawnbringer Riven is the original being of Order. She is the ancestor of God King Garen. Dawnbringer Riven is a fantastic skin. It is very well done, has a lot of good features. I did have a lot of nitpicking, but overall it is a wonderful skin, and I will give this a Grandmaster rating. I recommend this for the fans of Riven. It might be a bit pricey, but I tell you it is worth it. So, are you looking to buy this skin? Did you get this with the skin reroll like I did? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, this video is my personal opinion. Leave a like if you enjoyed watching and subscribe for more skin appraisal. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.